all of us, including me. And we are here today to present outcomes of findings to widen stakeholders of girls' education. To wider stakeholders. Yeah. Okay. Because these are not the usual stakeholders that we are calling. You can see that we have expanded it to include as many people as possible, yes, because we need more hands on deck. To validate the outcomes of the findings from the 3 pilot LGAs, since people from the 3 pilot LGAs are here, and you'll be hearing whatever we say we found. So it's up to you now to tell us if they are accurate or we left things out, because I'm sure we won't tell lies. But we may leave some vital information out. To identify gaps and advocate issues for further engagements with relevant stakeholders. You will recall that the partnership actually designed a lot of advocacy that has been carried out, especially to traditional rulers and religious leaders. So we want to see how we improve on that engagement, because it's a vital engagement. Because once those critical leaders speak, others emulate what they speak, and sometimes they invite the advice that they give to them. Thank you. Bye-bye.
A gaskiya mu da muka daɗe muka taho a cikin wannan tafiya, we can see that akwai gaps, akwai matsaloli wanda ya sa ba wai at state level ba har at LGA level. Wanda shine dalilin da ya sa last zama mun zo mun zauna mun yi developing ɗin tracking tool ko wanda 3 pilot LGAs ɗin nan Warawa, Unci da kuma Rogo aka yi identifying ɗinsu akan su zo su a yi developing ɗin wannan tracking tool ɗin, sannan a koma a ga wani irin waina ake tuyawa game da harkar ilimin yara mata a waɗannan LGAs guda 3. To alhamdulillah yau zaman da ya kawo mu nan shine kamar yadda mama ta faɗa, we are here to bada presentation na wannan findings ɗin. Shin wannan tracking tool ɗin da muka yi, how effective it is? Yaya yana da bayanan da ya kunshi bayanan da ya kamata a samu su fito game da harkar irin ilimin yaran nan mata, ko a'a akwai ƙarin bayani da ya kamata a ce an samu? Sannan programs ɗin nan ko kuma interventions ɗin da suke a NGAs ɗin nan, how good are they? Yaya implementation ɗin nan nasu yake? What are those gaps da ya kamata a ce mun identifying su kansa a interventions ɗin? A'a ba ce na gwamnati ne, ba ce na federal ne, na constituency ne, ko kuma a'a na mutane ne 'yan sa kai. Duk wannan tracking ɗin da muke yi will give us wannan insight ɗin domin mu ga what is there at this community, how far are we delivering effectively to ensure cewa girl education it's been implemented successfully. So I think this is I think what we need to know. It's high time yanzu kowa ya san what is PAL, kuma kowa ya san what is GEP. Dukkan mu nan members ne na Girl Education Partnership na Kano State. So with this, I think we are here. The partnership is also here, so we will see what we have so that we can disseminate. I'm happy that akwai directors, the various ministries da muke aiki, especially Ministry for Education, da kuma local government. I'm sure others are on their way wanda za su zo su taimaka mana. Akwai kuma budget wanda su ne za su karasa bayan bayanai akan yadda za mu fuskanci waɗannan matsalolin namu. Once again, ina yi wa kowa maraba. Welcome.
So wannan ya sa muka yi consider local government guda uku, same mana kamar pilotus local government da za mu put in much of our energy to see what we can bring out of the respect to the issue of girls' education. And this local government were Rogo, Unchi, and Warawa. When you identify key stakeholders there, people that are at the grassroots level from this local government, we interacted with them. We went back to their local government. We held a town hall meeting there with all the relevant stakeholders at the local government. In some cases, there is representation of local government chairmen, some councillors, if I can witness that, and some other key stakeholders of SBMC, PTA, and traditional rulers, and many other influential people there in the local government. And they made some commitments. They made commitments to follow up on this regard. One, they share with us the current situation of girls education in their local governments. Two, they share with us the challenges as well as the barriers that hinders girls education, especially when we are discussing the concept of enrollment, transition, completion, retention, and what have you. So they give a lot of vital information from the grassroots level on why girls in that locations or in that communities were not able to complete their education, or were not able to transit from one stage of education to another. So these informations were gathered, analyzed, and put in a better way to communicate with the stakeholders. And if you can recall, we engaged the Honorable Commissioner of Education, and we shared some of these findings with him. And there are a lot of other movements followed after that engagement. And today, we saw that the year is getting to an end. We are at the third quarter. So definitely we can expect that the 2022 budget manifested in some other local government areas of our intervention. So to that effect, PADECB plus the other partners of girls education sat down and developed a template that will be used to track some of this progress and successes recorded in these local governments. And this, our focal person from each local government, use the template, go around the local government, identify the development and also the issues there in their local government, and populate the template as it is now. So I'm going to present these findings of these community influencers, and at a point invite them to share more on some of the points where their effort was significantly influenced the result obtained. So, okay. We're going to start with local governments. So I think it's like 19 schools, I think it's 9 schools were visited. So number 4, GGAIS Rogo, apply construction of school library at one school. So the project is done by local government, and it is completed. Oh, yes, it is completed. And there is also observed in the school one as a challenge. There is a project that is abundant at GGASS Rafindan. Is it true?
Yes, yes.
Is it in this school?
No, it's not in this school. It's different school.
Okay, it's in different school. Okay. The second one is the findings from GGSS, Pilum Kwalum, local government, some schools monitors, including one that Pilum Kwalum, Bad Benson. Okay. Okay, number 3, acquire extension of school fencing at GGAISS Robo, which is a local government project. Number 4, acquire GGSS Zarewa, where they notice a construction of school gates. I want them makaranta.
So Shima is a,
It's a construction of one block by Federal House member areas.
Zarewa?
It's abandoned,
Okay.
but completed now.
Okay. So reporting delivery.
Yeah.
So Shima Federal Constituency project. So can I match it?
She reported
Can I match it? Okay. Kasa number 4 6 Yeah.
Ba abandon ba kenan.
abandoned, but now
An yi completion.
GJSS Jemaku. The first work was done is a construction of a block of 3 classrooms, which was made by also a member house of representative. Therefore, is a constituency project. That one also was made by as a result of agitation by the community. Number 3 is GGSS Gogen. At Gogen also, they were blessed with 2 different projects. Number 1 is construction of a block of 2 classrooms with office at the center. It was also done by a member House of Rep. Therefore, it's a constituency project. It was also done as a result of agitation by the community. Then the second project there is construction of 2 blocks of classrooms, also an office at the center by House of Rep. Therefore, also is a project, it's a state project, which is as a result of agitation by the members of the community. If you look at GGSS Gogen, it was blessed with 2 different blocks, 2 here with offices at the center, which makes 4 classrooms with 2 offices.
Shift.
House of also.
Go down.
Go
Go down. Go down.
Go down. Oh.
Then GGSS Garindel. Also, it was blessed with construction of a block of one block of 2 classrooms with office. It is also done by House of Rep member as a result of request by the community. Then if you go to Central Primary School Warawa also, there was a construction of upstairs block of 4 classrooms on the Samuel Kasa, 4 classrooms, but there is no office at the center, which was also done by member representing Warawa and Wacheche constituency, which is as a result of agitation by the community. However, there are other achievements which was made by Warawa local government, and there are a lot of challenges also. The achievement and the challenges will be read by my colleague. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. Kamar yadda kuke gani, challenges ne shine achievement. Akwai payment da aka yi na NECO na ɗalibai guda 50 wanda aka yi joint project da ɗan majalisar jiha da na tarayya wanda aka biya wa ɗaya mata. Shi ɗan majalisar tarayya ya biya wa mutum mata 30 wanda ɗan majalisar. Wannan garuruwa a ƙaramar kuma Warawa suna da nisa tsakaninsu da makaranta, ba sa samun damar zuwa makaranta, more especially mutanen Jigawa za a ga maimakon su tafi makaranta gara su tafi da yan shinkafa. Saboda makarantar da suka ce za su tafi nisan yayi yawa. Bayan nan
da shan shinkafa kuma a kusa.
Yawwa. Bayan nan kuma akwai makarantu da suke buƙatar fensin a Warawa guda ɗaya ce take a kewaye, wanda muna buƙatar fensin idan an samu dama. Akwai inadequate of teachers da muke kuka a kai da kuma non-teacher staff. Sannan akwai inadequate of water supply kamar yadda shaida ne daga wasu daga cikin sun je sun gani mata suna tafiya ɗiban ruwa. Akwai inadequate of school furnitures in most of the schools in focus, our local government. That is the end of our presentation.
Kafin rabuwar maybe going forward a cire kalmar agitation a sa advocacy by kuma if san samu ne mu ji cewa what is your role a advocacy din ko SBMC ne suka yi ko PTA ne suka yi ko kuwa wata kungiya ce ta garin ta yi, ka gane irin we love to see amma yes we love to see that also maybe clearly indicated saboda a sami yadda za mu relating da linkage din abun da kuma intervention din mu as GE partners, ka gane ko yes. So ban sani ba ko akwai wani okay to Hajiya Ladidi
sun faɗi challenges, amma before the challenges ma me yasa aka sa achievement din wancan abu da ya faru na payment din yara ba a saka shi a cikin main table din ba da aka yi, sai aka je aka saka shi as if an yi dan degraded importance din abin da ya faru. I think you should put it up there a cikin table din because it's a very important achievement. Sannan secondly, I think it would have been better in an rubuta achievements, an rubuta challenges in them. May a way forward. How do you think we can address the challenges? I think it's very important. I indicate one number. Kawai a rubuta challenges ba a bari. How do you intend to address wa'annan challenges in? Wanne ne you can do? Wanne ne somebody else can do? Wanne ne za a iya yi collectively or jointly? I think it's better instead of just rubuta challenges. Thank you.
Especially wannan na way forward. Amma wajen general achievements da ke faɗa in the column, the first column they said schools, therefore you attract only schools a wannan column din. Sai da ne question akai, there are how many girls schools suke da su a Warawa? Suka ce ai ba wai schools ba, some of the girls are outside Warawa. Saboda haka ba za a ce kowace makaranta an ɗauko suna da yara 10 a can a rubuta ta an biya musu by wani, shine muka dunkule shi gaba ɗaya yasa da achievement muka suka shi a ƙasa.
It cut across.
It cut across. Shi yasa ba za a saka, amma wajen gaskiya way forward din nan ni ma I thought of it. Kuma it's a very good observation. Thank you very much.
Nasa, wannan it shouldn't be a constituency project as you mentioned it. I want to refer to the examination da aka iya. Ina son gida ya kalli wannan misali don ga magnitude na aikin da suka yi. Sannan a wajen project din ba za mu sa yiya din ba akalla domin in ma ana nema a ga duwarin wa aka yi wannan intervention din. An gane abin da ya faɗa.
Okay, wannan is an input a kan kowane project ɗin nan a sa shekaru. Kunci da ba su zo ba, I hope they take note. Idan ba ku sa shekaru ba a wayannan projects ɗin da Allah ku sa kafin ku zo.
So at the first place, GGAIS road, where construction of library was the renovation of staff room, renovation of hostel, school gate, extension of fence, and donation of 30 computers by a philanthropist. So if you look at it, all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they are all constructed by local government administration, current by the executive chairman of local government. Then the date is 2022, it was completed. Then this is a local government project contribution together to enhance child education in local government. Then role played. This role play is played by PTA, SPFC, and social media influencers to raise the issues of the spatial report of the school. So as to the GGSS Pigwalo, where a drainage is constructed by philanthropists through our own advocacy. Then again, there is a need, a community or a philanthropist intervention jointly done by SPLC, PTA, and the concern on girl child education. education in Rogo, where we are able to influence these philanthropists to register the school with national examination bodies. Therefore, when was going it? When the time is 2020. The advocacy visit to this and other philanthropists people to pay or to register school with WAEC for national exams. The construction of local well by one family, his family. They constructed it for the benefit of the child in the school. The construction of staff was also done by voluntary from community members to enhance the condition of teaching and learning in the schools. Then water supply. Classroom. Then GGASS logo Sabangari in the third school, where renovation of class and colleges was supplied by the influence of by SBMC, PTA, and concerned citizens on their child education in 2016-2017, where we influence them to come to the end of the schools because of the need for that issue. Then we have GGSS Zarewa, where one block of classroom was constructed by House of Assembly in a provincial local constituency.
So it's a constituency project?
It's a constituency project done in 22 and was completed.
The school is for girls only?
It's for girls. Where it still is through social media influencing you to come to the end of the schools. Together with this GGSS, where also construct one block of classroom by the State House of Assembly, so who continues the education. Then 7 GSS Kadana, okay, Balgori, okay, it's number 6, where community construct a block of classroom through raising awareness and advocacy of the stakeholders of the town or community to come to the end of the child education in Balgori town. Then Kadana, that is 7 schools, where also Federal House of Representatives representing Karairo to construct one block of classroom in the year 2020. So also advocacy and other needs. 8, we have GSS Kalebu, the same Federal House of Representatives construct a block of classroom. So also advocacy the role we played in 2022. Then GGASS Rafundari, construction of two mighty blocks by philanthropist the person of through advocacy visit to him with all the seats. Then there is payment of jam forms for all girls' education for all girls students across the whole government by one woman philanthropist, Hajia Arakia. Then also, she also provides provision of textbooks to all the schools across in 2020. Then potential projects currently or waiting to be constructed. There is WASA, a select GGSS Rafundari for the construction of toilets. Don't you know about it? So the MTN intervention, we are waiting for MTN to intervene, where it probably they will construct computer lab at the school because it is very close to the MTN's this what it's not this partnership with somebody concerned for the issue of education together. We have gaps more challenges. Abandoned project, there was abandoned project in at GGASS Rafundari, which was completed for many years since Ibrahim Shekaro administrations, yet to be completed. Then 2, No school pencil in all the school, with the exception of GGSS Robo Sabangari, which is now currently dilapidated. It is the only school that has a fence. No library in all the schools, with the exception of GGIS, currently constructed by the Executive Chairman of the local government. Then inadequate and unqualified female teachers in all the schools. Dilapidated classroom and pencil of GGASS Robo Sabangari, that is the situation where I told you yesterday. Then lack of standard libraries and workshops for skill acquisitions for women as a girls in the college. Then all the schools, there is inadequate water supply in schools as far as sanitation in schools. Then lack of potable drinking water also. Then we have our own way forward written here. Distance, another issue. Many girls travel about 5 to 10 kilometers to their respective schools in the local government because the schools are far apart. That is the issue. So, then there is every place phenomena in rural government or in Kano State that is prevalent of poverty or times to prevent school to attend and to complete their schools. Then, is it? What did they do? So, this is that. Currently, our politicians are not, they does not bother with enhancing or strengthening girl child in most of the communities in Rome. Therefore, the best way forward, there is a need for increasing budget allocation to education, particularly girl child units. Two, there is also a need for timely release of funds available for education, particularly girl education. Then there is also a way forward, collaborations. There is need for collaboration of all concerned. Community-based organization, PTA, SDMs, to do teamwork, to raise the level of awareness of the communities. Then again, way forward again.
Ba naka sitraka ba kuma ka sako kasa ka ce kuwa leadership kaga ka taba aikin sama ko yes ka taba aikin sama so wayannan ba sa ciki da poverty da distance da poor leadership duk ba sa cikin wannan aikin na yau. They have already been taken care in our subsequent engagement da muka yi. And in ka koma dan saman nan me sama okay, ba sani ba ko akwai wasu daga cikin project din sun zama tsofaffi. Wannan da 2015 din bai I don't think wannan 15 ba ka san okay mata okay. Sannan yawa the point of observation ina shine wancan project din da kace ongoing project din nan da ka bada ka cikin lokacin baka faɗi sunan shi ba wani irin project ne you say project is undefined menene abu yawwa in ka ce project kawai kai shiru is undefined yawwa ba idan ka faɗa kaga an sani cewa yawwa and maybe if you are developing your way forward kaga a community and a wajen action ko role play din kaga zaka ce you have consistently advocating for the completion nashi sannan ka faɗa a ina kai so sai mu ga where will generally put our emphasis on. Sannan please can we also shade or colour the intervention da suke girl specific akwai wanda na primary ne akwai wanda na junior ne akwai kuma wanda na Okay, wannan Gamman Girls Arabic Secondary School. Wannan Girls Senior Secondary. Okay, so she can. Any other observation?
Project. Role play. Yeah. Number 1. GGAS. Convergente. One construction of 1 block, 2 classrooms, and 1 office at Gamman Girls Arabic Secondary School in Convergente. It's a constituency project by Distinguished Senator Barao Jibril, by enrollment advocacy of the community, constructed and completed at 2021. Very good. Are you part of those that paid advocacy? Yes, I remember it. Very good.
Number 2, Gamman Girls Secondary School Shuwaki, construction of 1 block, 2 classrooms, and office at Gamman Girls Secondary School Shuwaki, constructed by Right Honorable Sani Bala Enyawa, advocacy role of the community of Shuwaki, community development, constructed and completed by the year of 2020.
Okay.
Number 3, then renovation of roofing by Unchi local government chairman. The roofing is ongoing. Advocacy enrollment by the Shuwaki people community.
At where?
At Shuwaki Girls Secondary School. Secondary school and the construction of 2 blocks, 1 block, 2 classrooms, and 1 office at Gamman Girls Secondary School and
It is a federal consultancy project, advocacy by NDA People Development Community Association, built and completed by the year 2020.
Number 4, Gamman Girls Secondary School, Kasuwar Kuka, a provision
of furnitures
to Gamman Girls Secondary School,
Shuwaki,
Ndadi, Unchi, and then Kasuwar Kuka.
Local government chairman donated furnitures, and the federal consultancy project by Senate, enrollment by the advocacy of the community of Shuwaki, Ndadi, Kasuwar Kuka.
Number 5, Gamman Girls Secondary School, Ndadi, construction of
3-seater temporary toilet at Gamman Girls Secondary School Ndadi, constructed by local government chairman, by the community development advocacy, built, completed at 2020.
Number 6, payment of legal examination fees to 2 girls
students in 8 girls secondary school by a female councillor, Haji Alani. Number 7, voluntary teaching by a community bank member at Gamman Girls Secondary School, NDE, by a community volunteer, Nasir Bala Yusuf, started since the year 2021 till date. Number 8, DSO/AHIP sponsored 3 community volunteers to Girls and Boys Learning Center covering 50 communities in Unchi local government. DSO/AHIP started 2022. Number 9, donation of exercise books and written materials to Gamman Girls Secondary School NDE
by NDE Education Diplomacy Association, YEDA, this year 2022. Number 10, payment of NECO examination fees for 15 girls in each 5 girls secondary school within Unchi local government, sponsored by Federal House of Rep and local government chairman by the advocacy of the communities of the area. Reviving of adults. 11. Okay, 11. Payment of NECO fees for 123 girls and 87 jams formed by local government chairman and the member house of reps this year 2022. Reviving of adult learning center for women and girls, sponsored by local government chairman, advocacy by the people community.
BSO.
Okay, by BSO.
Ahib. Just call it Ahib.
Ahib.
Come on to Ahib, ne?
Ahib volunteers.
Come on to Ahib.
Challenges. Our challenges. Inadequate female teachers in our various girls secondary school. Number 2, inadequate of water supply in the girls secondary school. Number 3, out of all school monitor, only one has fencing. It's only one girls secondary school is fencing. Okay. Number 4, school distance. Due to this school distance, some students are tracking almost 8 kilometers from the community to the school. Number 5, inadequate infrastructure and teaching learning materials. Number 5, no libraries, laboratories, and computers in all schools. Number 6, no female principal. Only at Ungwargete we have a woman principal within the 5 girls secondary school in Bunchi local government. Number 7, uncompleted building at Government Girls Secondary School NDE is abandoned since 2011. Then the way forward, there is need for follow-up on the adult education center. Number 2, there should be equal distribution of exams and admission forms. This can be achieved by having female teachers or officials in a unit in the local government concerned about girl child welfare. Number 3, sensitization by FAL and other organizations on the importance of girls child education.
Very good.
Sanitary material include everything that we consider as menstrual hygiene, all the materials for 15 girls schools across the 3 senatorial zones.
Very good.
5 in each senatorial zone.
Yeah, well, 15 across the 3 senatorial zones.
Already, another issue, when you assessment. Toilet facilities. 15 assess the toilet facilities. We come up with the issues and problems. We are developing a demo to the government for approval to commence the renovations. Because we want to utilize that aspect of budget that was given to us.
Assessment of the toilet facilities within the 15 co-chair
Girl Education Partnership and special advisor to the governor on free, compulsory, basic and post-basic education.
So I would like to know, so far, what do you say, what impact do you say are you able to apply or experience through your engagement with PAL?
Well, our engagement with PAL has brought about what I would say a revolution in the workings of our civil service. It has opened the eyes of our civil servant who used to think that to report a fault will mean it's about criticizing government. We have now passed the stage where when there's a problem, you feel reluctant to report it because somebody will think that you are anti-government. Our civil servants have now understood that it is part of their duty and responsibility to report to government problems and faults so that they can be rectified. We have been able to get that through our engagement with the PAL. That is for good governance as a whole. And for education, we have gotten a lot. We have concentrated on girl-child education and we have achieved a lot. We have been able to get government to subsidize the requirement for registration for NECO examinations from this year. His Excellency the Governor has agreed to allow or for government to pay or sponsor girl child that have only 7 credits but with English and mathematics, whereas for the others it's 9 credits. We also have been able to get companies, private concerns, to perform corporate responsibility by providing computer centers, 200 capacity computer centers in 5 towns, one each in the 5 emirate councils of Kano State. This we are in the process of providing.
So
yes.
Some of the successes or achievements recorded.
These are the successes. You can see that I was in some towns yesterday, and I was surprised. I was amazed to find out that in Rano, for instance, there is a girl day school where you have a population of over 1,000. Are you not surprised that in Kano, where the girl child was sent for Talla in the past, we have in Rano town, Makaranta Emata with over 1,000 pupils coming to school on a daily basis. This is a revolution as far as we are concerned. And this has been helped through government efforts and of course PAL engagement.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
My name is Mairo Bello. Primarily, I work for Adolescent Health and Information Project, AHIP. But I'm the co-chair for Girls Education Partnership that is being supported by PAL.
So we would like to know, what do you get or what do you acquire through your engagement with PAL and CP?
Well, personally, it's helped us to achieve things that we have been aspiring to achieve in terms of bringing education to the forefront, and especially girls' education. So personally, that's what I think we have achieved. But for the program, we have achieved so much because we have helped to reinstitutionalize girls' education in the Ministry of Education. Because in the past, yes, a lot of people came to campaign for girls' education, but if you try to assess what is happening for girls' education, there's no specific anchor that you can actually go to assess what has happened for girls' education. But with the coming of this partnership, we've been able to help the ministry rethink how girls' education can be anchored separately so that it can be coordinated and we will know what value we are getting from the Ministry for Girls' Education. Not only that, when we need to ask about the progress of the Ministry of Education in terms of girls' education, we can always find out what has happened specifically. And plus the fact that we help them institutionalize budget budget line for girls' education, and that has helped to be able to track what is being spent for girls' education, what girls' education is achieving, and how people can come in and help girls' education. We as CSOs, we are passionate about seeing that these things work. We know that the government agencies that are in charge of education, they have a lot to do, and they have also the mandate to make education work. But ours is trying to not only make their mandate work, but make it count for girls.
Thank you very much. I'd like to know your name and where you come from.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim wa sallallahu ala nabiyil kareem. My name is Ladi Disan Fage, a retired director from Science and Technical Schools Board, Kano State, Ministry of Education. A secretary, Hilwa. Hilwa means High Level Women Advocates for Girls Education, and also a member for the Girls Education Partnership in Kano State.
So I would like to know, through your engagement with PAL ECP, what experiences or what benefits were you able to drive?
I have my experiences with PAL ECP has really brought me closer to so many people, so many individuals and organizations that have like minds, that their focus is on the development of education in Kano State, particularly for the girl child. So PAL ECP has been supporting us in bringing us together to share ideas, to rub minds on how to, as I said, make Kano educational system forward. And Alhamdulillah, we have done a lot. We have gone around places advocating for a lot of things, improvement on the structures of schools, and also recently we have gone to advocate for the provision of computers. An IHS computer company has agreed to donate 1,000 pieces of computer, 200 each to each emirate. So currently we have gone around some emirates like Rano Emirates, Gaya Emirates, and Beach Emirates. We have gone around verifying the selected or the nominated schools to ensure that proper security is provided in those schools, and all the criteria that have been set out have been fulfilled by the selected schools. And each school, as I said, will be given 200 pieces of computer in such a way that the students, girls of that school will benefit, as well as the community in so many different ways. Yes. Okay.
My name is Engineer Al-Qasim Yakubu. I'm the village head of Ganda Alabasa from Kano Municipal.
So we would like you to share your experience on the impact of PAL ECP engagement, on how you lead your people and how you engage stakeholders in attaining some of the achievable goals, especially those related to community development.
What I'm going to say, I have to thank God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and I have to thank God because we have achieved more with what we have get, the knowledge that have been get from PAL. Example, that we don't know what is called advocacy. It is through PAL that we know advocacy. And it's there that we find that advocacy is the backbone of any success that you are going to conduct in any programs. Secondly, PAL has already been shown that apart from the knowledge that we have been acquired from universities, we have to go there and implement it inside our town. Implementing it in the sense of that, we have to come and gather people to make a committee so that we can be able to assist our people and our community. For example, for the success that we have been achieved, it is through advocacy that we have gone there and met one of our old students of Ganda Albasa Government Girls Government Ganda Albasa Primary School, that we have gone there and told him the problem of the primary. He has gone there and inspect. He has renovated 24 classes and reviewed 26 classes. You know, we have get this thing through the knowledge that we have acquired from PAL. And apart from that, a second example is that let me go there and see the primary health care of Ganda Albasa. It was dilapidated before, but with our engagement with the file, we have learned a lot. We have gone there and met a plantain fish one time and told him the problem of the facility. He has gone there and inspected himself. He has gone there and inspected himself. On that instance, he has donated 3 million naira to go there and renovate the class. You know that we have get this thing through the interaction that we have made with EC FAL. You know that everybody knows that the road of Ganda Albasa from Zuro to Langagodi is so damaged. We have wrote a letter in a form of advocacy. We have gone there and met a Karma, MD of Karma, and told him our problem. And we are giving a rating. Locally, he has just took our problem to government house, and it is from there that government have assessed to go there and reconstruct the Ganda Albasa road from Agundi to Gidanzu. And everybody who's gone there, he should see the road. And even the classes that have been built are devoted. It's there at Ganda Albasa Primary and Government Girls Secondary School, Ganda Albasa. And if you go to our own facility, you will find that it has already been renovated, and some of the instruments that are using at the lab and pharmacy have already been brought. And we have get all these successes through the implementation of the file. So we are thanking file, we are thanking God. Let Almighty Allah continue to assist file and assist those who are working on file. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Hadiza Sani by name, and I'm from FC Kano, and I'm working with Girls Education Partnership here in Kano.
I would like to know how will you rate the impact of your engagement with PAL EC, especially in the conduct of your activities in relation with Girl Child Education Partnership?
What we believe is that before the coming in of PAL into the issue of education sector in Kano, we have started working on the issues that are related to education, not girls' education. But as a result of coming of PAL ECP, we have centered our issues on girls' education, and we have learned a lot. It is as a result of the coming in of PAL that we realize that there are so many socio-cultural problems that are affecting girls' education or that are hindering girls' education in Kano. Some of them, we know them by hearsay, but as a result of our engagement, we have conducted a research and we know what is happening at the grassroots. That is why, as a result of our engagement with them, we have sampled some local government and we have conducted this research. We know what is going on in the rural area, in the urban area. We know so many things. And it is as a result of this engagement with our PAL that we never know that these girls' education have no any specific budget line. But as a result of our engagement with PAL, we know that girls' education has no any specific budget line. And as a result of our engagement with them, we have fought and we have succeeded. Now, girls' education have a specific budget line and a specific budget cut and a specific money attached to it.
So we would like to know what is the result so far projects out of that experiences or new knowledge you acquired through your engagement in PAL ECP?
One of the greatest achievements that we have achieved and that we are very proud of is the issue of budget. Because budget is something that is very important. No matter how you try to engage, if you don't have budget, you are just trying to walk around or going around the bush. But as a result of our engagement, we have fought, and I have said it, we have succeeded. Girls' education has budget cut, budget line, and there are specific projects that are attached to budgets. That are attached to girls' education, and it is as a result of our engagement with PAL that we have succeeded in creating this issue of budget. And another issue is the issue of girls' education policy. Before the issue, the policy is just, I can't say that it is redundant or I can't say that it is it is nowhere to be found. But we know that the policy is somewhere or sleeping lying in one or two of the agencies. But as a result of our engagement, we try and bring up the policy. We have reviewed it, we have reviewed it so many times. We have gathered each and every parastatal that is working under education. We have met with them and we have contacted with them. They have checked it, we have reviewed it, we have done so many things, and the policy is now at its last stage. We are hoping that before the end of the tenure of His Excellency the Executive Governor of Kano State, inshallah, he will approve the policy. And another one of the things that we can say that we have achieved is the issue of our advocacies to different Emirate Council. We have worked round the clock from Kano Emirate Council to other Emirate Councils in Kano State, that is the 5 Emirate Council. We have visited each and every Emirate Council and we have consulted them and we have talked with them, we have chat with them and we have seek their assistance so that they can assist us on the issue of girls' education, because most of the problem of girls' education is happening in the rural area. So we can't abandon our traditional rulers that are from the rural areas. That is why we incorporate them into the issue that we need their support, we need their assistance. Let them ask the Committee of Health from each and every Emirate Council so that they can come in and they can sensitize their people on what is going on the issue of girls' child education in their communities. And another issue is on the issue of qualifier examination. On the issue of qualifier examination, we have advocated that we need our girls to be removed from the issue of qualifier exam, because this qualifier exams is one of the hindrance that is affecting girls' child education in Kano. You will realize that a girl will start her education from primary, from basic to post-basic. But the moment she reaches post-basic, she's about to graduate and transit into higher education, then qualifier examination will come in. And the moment it comes in, it will just be a cutter. It will cut that education. So that is why we advocated to the state government that we want our girls to be removed from the qualifier exam. And the Kano State governor has promised us, inshallah, before his tenure came to an end, this issue of qualifier examination for girls students in the state will come to an end, inshallah. So thank you very much.
Where you came from, that is association.
Okay, I am Dr. Kabir Hamis Kura from an NGO known as Community Development Initiative, which is a partner or a coalition member of the Girls Education Partnership in Kano.
So I'd like to know, what do you think are the impact of the engagement of PAL ECT have on you, especially in relation to what you are doing?
Well, I think first and foremost, we like to thank the British government, that is FCDO, that is from that angle, and also thank the management team of PAL, because they are the ones that introduced this concept to us and we accepted it. We have now formed a coalition known as Girls Education Partnership. They have built our capacities, they rebuild our capacities, they develop our capacities, and they are the ones that are giving us technical, financial and moral support to ensure that we carry the day by making girls' education a priority, not only in Kano State, but, if you like it, to the entire universe.
So what do you think are the major or results recorded based on the experience you acquired through this engagement?
Well, I will proudly say that some of the major achievements recorded by this is that more girls are now pursuing their educational career the way it should be pursued, unlike the way a lot of barriers are hindering them before. Why? Because we are able to carry a lot of advocacy. Now we are able to bring about a triangulation in terms of girls' education support in Kano. These are the government, the civil society, and also the private sector. This partnership is now able to repair some of the schools, make availability of some of the equipments, facilities, and others that are not available in the schools. Like when we look at the 3 local governments that the program or the project is focusing in order to make sure we are able to see the impact and replicate it elsewhere. A lot has been done. Many girls' schools have now been renovated. If you like, the classrooms, furnitures are provided, books are provided, uniforms are provided. In essence, more girls, through their parents, through our advocacy, through our town hall meetings, and so many things to sensitize the communities and the citizens to look at what are the basic barriers to our girls' education. We discuss about them, we iron out, and we find a solution. And these solutions were even preferred by the communities themselves, which means when they know that this is what they said, if this can be done, this is what we are going to do. Majority of them are now able to give their own helping hand, especially the 3 local governments that were piloting this particular concept, Kunchi, Rogo, and Warawa local government. I think a lot of wonderful things have happened. More girls are now in the schools, more girls are now attending schools, more girls are now completing their schools, more girls are now transiting from primary to junior secondary schools, from junior secondary school to senior secondary schools, from senior secondary schools, God willing, to tertiary institutions. And this is when we will have women that are highly educated, for them to be able to give their own meaningful contribution to the society, take meaningful decisions, informed decisions, unlike what it used to happen before.
Thank you very much.
So, you are welcome.
Experience where you're able to get, especially during your interactive work.
But they are one of the best NGOs we are communicated. If we observe, we have played a lot of things, especially in sanitation. First of all, we go through the toilet of the schools and also the water. These are 2 fields we play in most of the schools, girls' schools. Also, Kano State government doing their best to see that they build the toilet, they give them more sensitive water in the school, so that anytime when you go to our school, because of the cholera, we go, you find it, they are drinking pure water, especially in a rural area. We play a lot.
So what are the major successes can you?
In fact, we succeed a lot. We build a toilet once, and also we build boreholes where there is no any water in the school. So we succeeded. We are going to succeed again, inshallah.